Yes.
Racing, and Freemason missed the start by about 2. Now Charlie Bub's the first to break the line, followed by then on the outside now Dress Circle starting to go around him. Carriel Boy on the inside, followed then by Lonro, is in a lovely position. 2 lengths away then to Republic Lass, another 2 to Shogun Lodge, and 2 more to Freemason at the tail. Going around now with just over 1,200 metres to go. Dress Circle out in front. 2 lengths further back then to Charlie Bub. On the rails then is Carrail Boy, followed then by Lonro. Now Lonro's absolutely getting held back considerably here, followed then by Republic Lass. On his outside then to Shogun Lodge, and then Freemason still whips them all in. As we're going down now with just over 1,000 metres to go, it's going very nicely out in front. Dress Circle, it's under a tight hold. A further length away then to Charlie Bub. 2 more to Carrail Boy. Lonro now comes to join him on the outside. Further to Republic Lass. Shogun Lodge is going backwards, and Freemason's now starting to whip around the field. As we go down now, with just over 650 metres to go, Dress Circle in front as the pace starts to quicken. On his outside now is going to be Charlie Bub, followed then by Freemason, who's now trying to get a little bit closer. Carrail Boy hugs the rails, followed then by Lonro looking for a run, and Republic Lass and Shogun Lodge at the tail. Coming around the turn now with just over 300 metres to go. Dress Circle under the whip still in front. Right down the outside is going to be Lonro, followed by Charlie Bub, who's coming along the inside, and Carriel Boy. As we get to the 150 metre mark now, Lonro's managed to pick him up here. Coming right down the outside now is Shogun Lodge, but Lonro will be too good here today. Lonro first, followed by second will be Shogun Lodge. Then came Dress Circle. Next in line was Republic Lass, followed further back in the field then to Carrail Boy. Then came Charlie Bub, and Freemason was knocked up at the tail.
Yes, Lonro. Thank you very much, Andrew Lang. And he did it easily, didn't he? Gee, he is impressive and unbeaten now. 3 race starts back from a spell. And Hawkes really has the son of octagonal flying. What a great horse he is.
Well, the turn for home, he was 3 or 4 wide, but he was just waltzing. And he just hit the accelerator and he was home. He just rode him hands and heels. Great win.
We'll bring those dividends to you as soon as correct weight is available. But now, during that call, I have to say, I was very impressed.
Very good.
Right, he's aimed up. Uncle John Allen from the Coogee Bay Bowling Club, and we'll just take, I reckon, about the last 30 seconds of that call, because I think the folks at home will be very impressed to see how he went.
I'll tell you what, Cameron. Now, Andrew Lang took over from Jack Styring. Could it be that Uncle John Allen from the Coogee Bowling Club will take over from former funny man Andrew Lang?
It could be, mate. There is a challenger, and if Stewie gives us the nod, we'll just take the last 600 metres or so of that race.
Wheels under the whip, followed by Republic Lass, and Shogun Lodge is last of all on the corner now, and forced into the straight will be Dress Circle, about to be joined on the outside by Charlie Bub. Here comes Freemason, and here comes the big fella. Lonro putting in its claim and getting underneath them, Carrail Boy, but Lonro burst into the lead. It's Lonro and Beedman racing well clear from on the outside, Shogun Lodge, but Lonro's going to kill them. Lonro first, second the affair would have been Shogun Lodge, and then came...
Oh, beautiful call, John, but you're squinting there a bit. You've got a frown on your face. You're not too happy. You could have done better.
Oh, yeah, 6 out of 10 for that.
6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Now, listen, John, you've got to come clean with this. Have you done? Did you ever do it professionally?
What, race calling?
Yes.
Not race calling, no.
What have you called?
Greyhounds.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Well, I've got to be honest, because my father said honesty's the best policy.
Yes,
Well,
that's right, mate. Listen, just on Andrew Lang, he's a comedian from Sydney who we only gave him 6 weeks' notice. We said, can you learn to be a race caller? So in a 6-week time frame, he's done an amazing job, but you very well yourself.
Well, thank you very much. But if is it Andrew?
Yes, it is Andrew.
No, if he wishes to continue, but if you wish me to be a guest commentator now and then, I'd be only too happy to oblige.
All right. Well, you've got that Ken Howard twang. Was he a big favourite of yours as you were going through the early race days?
Yes, Ken Howard and Bert Bryan, they were exceptionally good, and they were my favourites. One thing about those two broadcasters, when they did broadcast, they used to tell you what they were doing during the run, not what they had done, and that's why I liked Ken Howard and also the marvellous Bert Bryant.
Uncle John Allen from Coogee Bay Bowling Club, mate. You'll get a standing ovation and no doubt a free round of drinks when you get back there this afternoon. It is 3:30 in New South Wales, 2:30 in Queensland. We'll take a break.
For all your legal needs, choose Johnston Bourne.
The first 4 on the 4th event, 2:11.810 New South Wales, $691.60. But as I said, just a delay before the posting of correct weight on Cheltenham Race 5. Big field, 1,600 metres for the Blamey Stakes at Flemington. 2 Old Fashioned Stephen Miller at $7.10. 6 No Deposit Nashua Willer at $5.50. 8 Consular is $29. Mabuz $21. Mr Magoo $11. Roman Arch $7.90. Silver Birch at $5.60. Our good friends at Jayco Caravans presenting the Blamey Stakes. 6th event, No Deposit the favourite at $5.50. And our thanks to our great sponsors here on Sky Racing, Jayco Caravans. Now they're moving in for the 6th event at Flemington as we head trackside and join Greg Miles.
Now No Deposit comes up, moving in the 3-year-old Tycoon Ruler for Patrick Carberry. Roman Arch now moving into the gates. So Silver Birch, Tote and Encore's favourite, just ahead of No Deposit. There's been a late rally in the betting ring for him. Third favourite now, Roman Arch. White Mist moved in. Old Fashioned is set. Here's Consular, placed in it last year, coming up to the line. A Quiver, and Silver Birch has won 5 of his 6 starts at the distance to get set. Got the outside barrier here. Hasn't been a horse draw outside 6 and win this race in the past 11 years. Silver Birch completed the lineup. The Maya Blamey Stakes, main race of the day. They're set to go. Racing now. Marble's slow to move, and Mr Murphy bounced out ahead of Umrum in the early stages. Walk on Air began fast, and Roman Arch, No Deposit are up there with Mr Magoo as they settle into stride now to the 1400, and Walk on Air, a surprise leader. He's out by a half. No Deposit going up quickly as a Quiver on the outside to run towards the leaders. They're trailed by Mr Murphy, who's now back 4th on the inside, a half to Umrum. A length and a half to Mr Magoo, the outside of Tycoon Ruler, and Roman Arch a length away. 2 lengths to Old Fashioned Silver Birch. 2 lengths to White Mist, followed by Marbuz, and well back as Burley, Consular and Grey Song. Last of all, about 20 lengths from the leader by the 1,000. They're strung out, and the leader is now a Quiver ahead of Walk on Air, and No Deposit is 3rd. 4th is Mr Murphy. Umrum 5th the outside. Mr Magoo next outside. Tycoon Ruler 1 to Roman Arch. A length and a half Old Fashioned Silver Birch. 10 from the leader towards the turn. Trailed by Marbuz and White Mist, and then came Consular, Grey Song, and Burley is last around the turn. 550 metres left to go, and it's a Quiver the leader from Walk on Air. No Deposit is 3rd, cornering, followed by Mr Murphy, Umrum, and then Tycoon Ruler on the inside, followed by Mr Magoo. Roman Arch pulled out to make ground, and next is Silver Birch wide, and Consular the deepest. Walk on Air race to the lead at the 300 metres. No Deposit's coming home on the outside. Mr Magoo's running on. Tycoon Ruler's getting into the clear and lifting too. Tycoon Ruler, the 3-year-old, after Walk on Air. Mr Magoo down the outside, and Mr Murphy's putting in a burst as well, but Walk on Air still had a narrow lead. He's under the whip and held on. Walk on Air beat Mr Murphy. White Mist flashed up on the rail. Mr Magoo's in a photo with it for 3rd. Then Silver Birch, Roman Arch. Just off them, Tycoon Ruler, trailed by a Quiver and Burley, Grey Song and Marbuz. Then came No Deposit, Old Fashioned, trailed by Consular, and Old Umrum weakening to finish last of all. Walk on Air has got there, number 13. Judges called for a photo. Mr Murphy has rallied late on the outside, but 13 has won it. Walk on Air, written by Danny Nikolic for Colin Alderson, appreciating a very fast run race. He can be a little one pace, but in a fast run affair, he's been able to pull out all stops and get home. Mr Murphy has run 2nd, his best race for a long, long time. And the 3rd is another issue. Mr Magoo is very prominent for that one. White Mist has flashed through along the inside, and it's a photo finish for that 3rd position. Here's 3rd, number 10 has got it, Mr Magoo, ridden by Brian Park. Blamey numbers are 13, 1 and 10. 13, 1 and 10. So hearty congratulations to Sky Channel's Graham McNeese, part owner of Walk on Air. He would have been delighted seeing the speed that was in the race, because this horse needs something like that. And if he gets a fast run race, he just keeps on pulling something out. He jumped in front. He was a surprise leader for the first bit of the race, but then wisely Danny Nikolic gave him a little sit because there was so much speed around him, and he was able to just sit off them. He again quickly claimed a Quiver. He found the front a fair way from home, so he really had to keep finding something. There were challenges all over the place, but a good tough effort. The time will be interesting. It's not posted as yet. It'll be a fast run race because they've been producing quick times today, And that was the fastest run mile I've seen for a long while.
Success to 13 Walk On Air, Colin Alderson, for a few owners, in particular a G.J. McNeice, a person that we know here at Sky, of course. Graham McNeice, well done, and we can all go in on Monday for a pay rise. 13.63.90 Walk On Air, Mr. Murphy $11, Mr. Magoo $3.20, trifecta $4,465. Now there's a protest on the previous at Cheltenham, day afternoon, the 15th of March 2003, a very special day because we saw another great win by the champion Lonhro in the Chipping Norton, the previous at Warwick Farm, giving Darren Beedman 3 wins for the day, 2 Shogun Lodge second, 4 Dress Circle third. Nice effort by Republic Lass. 7th event, the Liverpool City Cup over the 1200 metres, and it is worth $100,000 to be followed by the listed Nitschke Stakes at Cheltenham. This is a terrific field for the 3-year-olds, but first things first, race 7 at Warwick Farm, they're about to be called in. The protest repeating on the previous Cheltenham, race 5, third against second dismissed. That first 4, 1946 New South Wales, $8,264.60. They're moving up for the 7th at Warwick Farm as we head back to Ian Craig.
Righto, Rod, thank you. And they're parading behind the gates. Can Johnny Hawkes and Jack and Bob Ingham make it 5 winners for the day with Planchet? Many think so. 360 in New South Wales and 160. Firm favourite on the tote. And as far as the ring is concerned, has been a solid favourite from the time betting opened. Snowland an easing second pick in the ring. And the only other... so we just check what's happening here as Brendan's with us now. So Planchet in the ring, a firm favourite. Second pick there is the easing Snowland. Third pick would be number 15 Moon Dragon, who's been solid, and they're the only horses under double figures. So they're moving in well, and this race has been won by some pretty handy horses over the years. 12 months ago, Bomber Bill beat Defier and Maitland Gold. I was just saying earlier to our radio audience, back in 89 and 90, a horse called Boasting, and by Mr. and Mrs. Don Story, won the Liverpool City Cup. Shane Dyer the first year, then Darren Beedman. And there's a modern day Boasting around now. In fact, it was in the first at the Gold Coast. Anyway, as they start to move in at the 1200 metres, half of the line is set. Lonhro winning the previous of the day. Number 1, Darren Beedman, by a length and a quarter from Shogun Lodge, and Dress Circle third. Republic Lass fourth. Other winners Red Oog, Niello Impressive, Viking Dancer, Grampians, and Chaparrayos won the first. So 4 for Jack and Bob Ingham, 4 for John Hawkes, and Johnny on 99.5 wins for the Sydney season. As we're awaiting Gentle Genius to move in, Moon Dragon not quite ready, and the same for Ancient Song, being led around by one of the clerks of the course. Mr. Bureaucrat, nice to see him back. And a great money spinner for his connections. Hasn't run since the Kunji at Caulfield in October. Gentle Genius goes into the stalls. Ancient Song coming up. Planchet behaving well. Ancient Song is there, and the line is set. This is the Liverpool City Cup. Starter on the stand. They're off. Mr. Bureaucrat dawdled out. Ancient Song from the wide alley left quickly. So did Snowland, followed closely by Planchet and Marwin Gold. A length the Shags, Miss Helter Skelter, followed by Adina. Moon Dragon making some ground, and so too nearer to the inside is Pride and Power. Force Apollo is drifting back a little with Gentle Genius, Corporate Bruce, Sports Brat, and Mr. Bureaucrat. 800 to go now. And here it's Ancient Song leading the way narrowly from Marwin Gold. Shags third, then Snowland. A length Miss Helter Skelter, followed by the favourite Planchet, then Pride and Power, Moon Dragon, length and a half Force Apollo, Adina, then Sports Brat, Gentle Genius, Corporate Bruce, and last is Mr. Bureaucrat, racing down towards the turn, 450 left to run, and Shags booting up on the inside to shade Marwin Gold and Ancient Song, a length of Snowland, Miss Helter Skelter, followed by Planchet, and a length and a half to Pride and Power, straightening up now, Shags right up against the rails, the leader, a length or so from Snowland, Planchet starting to unwind, and so Sports Brat and Force Apollo, Snowland and Planchet claim Shags. Planchet hits the front. It's 5 for Jack and Bob Ingham and Johnny Hawkes. Planchet wins the Liverpool City Cup from Snowland. Moon Dragon flew, then Sports Brat, followed by Force Apollo, Shags, Corporate Bruce and Ancient Song. Mr. Bureaucrat followed home by Adina, Marwin Gold, Gentle Genius and Pride and Power. Last to complete the course, Planchet. Well, what a day for Johnny Hawkes and Jack and Bob Ingham. And congratulations, Hawksy, on topping 100 winners in Sydney for the season. He's 100 and a half, and he's breathing right down the neck of Ms. Gay Waterhouse and Gay on 108. Oh, what a battle between these two Leviathan stables. Well, gee, that was travelling well on the run, Planchet. And the two stables, Hawkes and Waterhouse, fought it out over the concluding stages, with Planchet proving too good. 8, 6, 15, 17 are the numbers. Planchet by Canny Ladd, written by Rodney Quinn. Number 6 seconds, Snowland by Snippets, Gay Waterhouse, Jimmy Cassidy. And the third gain to number 15. That was Moon Dragon by Dane Hill, trained by Guy Walter, written by Glenn Boss. Number 17, Sports Brat, was the official fourth.
Okay, Ian, 8, 6, 15, a double to Rod Quinn, and 100 wins for John Hawkes in Sydney for the season, 5 for the day. And again, well done to Jack and Bob Ingham and the Woodland Stud, John Hawkes. Planchet, $3.60, $1.70. Snowland, $2.10. Moon Dragon, $2.50. First four with number 17 running for $3,637.40. The listed Nitschke Stakes is race 6 at Cheltenham. Lawson's Son is the favourite at $3.10. David Balfour is the trainer of Lawson's Storm, and the horse Group 2 placed. Big run first up over 1,000 metres. Didn't have a lot of luck in the straight.
Should he have won first up from a spell?
Oh, it was a good run, Hilton, but I wouldn't say he should have won. I mean, not.
Racing. Out in a good line too, and in one of the best out, Mr. Murphy from Umrum, with no speed going back after the start as Marbuzz and Grey Song and Consular. Away quickly, wider out on the track here, No Deposit and Walk On Air scooted forward now. Walk On Air led from No Deposit, and further out on the track as a Quiver going up towards the front, and a Quiver from the outside leads from now on the inside of it, Walk On Air. A Quiver, Walk On Air, 2.5, No Deposit, a length and a half, Mr. Murphy. Then Umrum, and further back Tycoon Ruler, followed by Mr. Magoo. Roman Arch further back in the race, then came Old Fashioned. Silver Birch about 12 lengths off them from White Mist. Further back Marbuzz. A long way back in the race, Burley, Consular and Grey Song spread right out. And a Quiver takes it up by 2 to Walk On Air. 2 further back, No Deposit. At the 800, 3 lengths in, Mr. Murphy from Umrum. Mr. Magoo is deep, a length into Tycoon Ruler. They're followed by Roman Arch. Well back was Old Fashioned, Silver Birch. Further back, White Mist and Marbuzz, Consular. Well back in the race, Burley. And second to last is Grey Song coming around the turn, and the leader over on the inside, a Quiver with going up, Walk On Air to tackle it again. A length and a half, No Deposit from Mr. Murphy and Tycoon Ruler. Back to the inside, further back Mr. Magoo. Silver Birch out very wide, about 6 lengths from them as Walk On Air hit the front of the 350. Tycoon Ruler off the fence is going to be running on in the middle, and Mr. Magoo wider out of the track with No Deposit. Walk On Air in front, Tycoon Ruler, Mr. Magoo, and Mr. Murphy back in the middle. Mr. Murphy, Walk On Air, Tycoon Ruler from Mr. Magoo. Just in front, Walk On Air from Mr. Murphy. Walk On Air just wins from Mr. Murphy, and White Miss the inside. Then Mr. Magoo, Silver Birch out late from Roman Arch, Tycoon Ruler. Behind those, the inside would have been a Quiver, followed by Burley, Grey Song. Well back was Marbuzz, pulling up quickly, No Deposit. With Mr. Magoo pulling up quickly after the line from Consular. Never in it is Old Fashioned, and Umrum is back near the tail.
13 Walk On Air, Dan Nikolic, 12.10 on 3.60. 1 Mr. Murphy at $9 and 14 White Mist at $4.80.
Walk On Air. Number 13 is the winner, number 13, and that is Walk on Air, ridden by Dan Nicklick, has beaten number 1, Mr. Murphy. And third, Mr. Magoo out wide. Yes, out wide, Mr. Magoo, or back to the inside, White Mist. She's made up a lot of ground, so it's White Mist or Mr. Magoo in a photo for third. And number 10 has got third, number 10, and that's Mr. Magoo, number 10. In a race of many, many chances. And number 10 gets third ahead of White Mist, which would be number 14, 13-1-10, 13-1-10. Walk on Air going forward, sitting right on the speed, and a much-deserved win. Colin Alderson is the winning trainer.
Thanks very much, Brian. Colin joins me now. And Cole, he's been promising to win a good race for a while, and today was his day.
Yeah, well, he has. He's been ultra-consistent, and, you know, he's a big, lopey sort of horse, and I said to Danny, you'd be the aggressor today, and see if they can run him down. He can't really quicken, but, you know, the reality of it is he just bowls along. He's a good fast and proven today he can roll along in front and take a bit of running down. So we're looking forward to a nice future with him. Been a good week this week.
It has been with Mr. Casanova, of course. You've been very patient with him, getting him up to the mile. It's only his second go at it. You dropped him back in distance a few times. Did you just have to learn to be a racehorse before you could do this with him?
Yeah, he's been a little bit of a slow learner, and I've had a little bit of trouble. We had knee chips and joint chips with him, so being such a huge horse, you know, I think he weighs in at about 618 kilos or something, so, you know, we've got to be very gentle with his legs and look after him. So, but Cindy does a lot of work with this horse. She's done a great job.
He's got the mile today. Is there any aspirations to take him out over further?
Yeah, well, that's the thinking, you know. We said if he went well today, he may go to Sydney. There's an 1800 up there on, I forget what day it is, but anyway, there's an 1800 there, and as you know, Peter Sutton and Graham McNeish are in the horse, and they'd love to have him up there. I don't think I'll talk him out of taking him there now.
All right, we'll leave it there. They're moving in Newcastle, race 5, the favourite, Son of Pegasus.
Now we're off and racing. Now Planchet began well, so did from the outside Ancient Song. Further back then to Snowland. On his inside now is going to be Marwin Gold pushing up with Shags. Further back in the race then to Miss Helter Skelter. Moon Dragon now starting to get a little bit further back. Followed by Pride and Power, Force Apollo. Then came Gentle Genius. Further back in the event we have Sports Brat. And tailed off last is going to be Mr. Bureaucrat. As we go down now with just over 800 metres to go. It's Ancient Song in front. In the middle of those two is Marwin Gold, followed by on the rails then to Shags. 2 lengths away on his inside then is Miss Helter Skelter, followed by Snowland on the outside. Now Planchet's in an absolute beautiful position, ready to pounce, and he's about 5th at this point. Followed further back then too on the inside is Pride and Power. In the middle, Moon Dragon, followed by Force Apollo, now wider than Darryl Broman's underpants. Further back in the event then to Sports Brat and Gentle Genius down the outside. Coming down now with 250 metres to go. Snowland comes after Shags, who's leading. Right down the outside, No is Planchet, and so's Force Apollo with Sports Brat. With just over 100 metres to go now, Planchet's hit the lead. Snowland tries hard on the inside, but Planchet's going to win it. Planchet lands a lot of nice bets. Planchet first, followed by second, I think you'll find will be Snowland. Third tight between, on the inside then, Moon Dragon and Sports Brat. Further back in the event then to Corporate Bruce, then came Mr. Bureaucrat. Marwin Gold, Miss Helter Skelter, then Adina, followed further back by Gentle Genius, Force Apollo, and Pride and Power knocked up at the tail.
Oh, fantastic to see those Hawks colours get across the line first. What a day out for Johnny Hawks, and we took $50 to 20 there, so look, don't want to rub it into you, Matty, but I'm 2 from 3 and earning hundreds for the kiddies.
You've done very well. I've followed Fatty, and I'm struggling. I'll be having Stewie's edible underpants for dinner tonight. I am really doing it tough. Darling, if you're home, Trish, just cancel the Chinese. Stewie's underpants is on the menu.
Mate, we get a lot of calls and a lot of emails about the dumb punts, and we're about to play the late...
As they move up well at Cheltenham, this is their feature, the Nitschke. Lawson Storm, the favourite at $3 as we head back to Hilton Donaldson.
And also Yvonne. I'd say Travis Creek would be riding tomorrow at Albury. I don't know for a fact, but he's based at Wodonga now, so you'd imagine he'd be back there for tomorrow. In goes Yvonne. They're ready to run. This is the Nitschke Stakes. Light on. Oh, there's one rearing. Rears again. Racing. Might have been Volnay, which missed the start. Upmarket Star ridden out hard to find the lead and will do so. Away nicely, Jamila. Yvonne pressing on from wide out and Iceland going forward as Upmarket Star's being challenged by Yvonne, but the jockey says no way the lead. So there's plenty of speed on. King's Arch works to fourth, followed by Mr. Jazzman Devon. Jamila's got back around Impulsive Reality from Volnay, Lawson Storm. And last is Tennessee Royal as they come past the 1,000. Yvonne pressing on, drew out a length in front of Upmarket Star. The jockey gives it away now. So it's Yvonne 1.5 Upmarket Star, 3/4 King's Arch, and they've gone quickly. 2 lengths away in fourth place Iceland, then a length to Devon, a length and a half Mr. Jazzman, 3/4 Volnay and a half, 2 in the centre Jamila. The rails was Impulsive Reality. Lawson Storm ridden quietly by Creek, second last, and last is Tennessee Royal as they come by the 6 in the Nitschke. It's Yvonne trying to make it 4 from 4, a length on King's Arch, third Upmarket Star. It's too big for Iceland. Devon under the whip, then came on the inside Mr. Jazzman. Now Jamila and Lawson Storm starting to let go. By golly, they've got plenty left, but plenty to make up. It's Yvonne the leader. King's Arch on the outside, then Upmarket Star, Mr. Jazzman Devon. Lawson Storm down the outside with Jamila, gives them 6. It's still Yvonne the leader from King's Arch, Upmarket Star, Mr. Jazzman, Lawson Storm, and running up behind them, Jamila into a dead end. It's Yvonne in front from Mr. Jazzman. Upmarket Star coming back on the inside. Oh, great go, the Nitschke. Maybe Yvonne a nose. Could be Yvonne a nose. Mr. Jazzman and a nose Upmarket Star, and the closers left it far too late, and most unlucky was Jamila, got held up at a vital stage, 30 to go. Lawson Storm was up there wide out, then came Impulsive Reality, Tennessee Royal, Devon, Volnay and Iceland a long last in 1:27.24. Now, I've gone the outside all day and I haven't here, and I'll be wrong, because the outside looks as though it'll get up. It looks like Mr. Jazzman, Shane Tronerard for Jeremy Gask on the TV replay. Oh, that's past the line. That's past the line. So where it first stopped on the Sky Channel replay.
Flash the result, Hild. Great finish after the Nitschke between 3 and 8. 8 and 3 with 5 Upmarket Star third. Now, as we head back to Alf in the enclosure at Flemington, the last start Caulfield winner on screen, man 370, 5 Upmarket Star, $3.50. There's been some terrific racing right around Australia, in particular at Cheltenham. We've had photo finishes in just about every race. 470, 180 Yvonne, Mr. Jazzman 370, Upmarket Star 350, trifecta $569. After the Liverpool City Cup, 8, 6, 15, 5 wins for the Woodland Stud, 360, 170. Upcoming event, $9.20, a last start Cheltenham Flying Handicap winner. 3 Depraved, $3.50 in favourite. Princessa, $7.60. Daba de Noche, $7.10. Blessum, $7.30. Littlewood Lane, $6.30. Greg Miles goes 3 Depraved to beat 5, 7 and 4. Appian Way. Matt Pumper's ride number 10 at $19, but Depraved is the favourite at $3.60. This will be followed by the next at Eagle Farm, the Tattersalls Members Cup, their feature event, over $51,000 in prize money, and Alan Thomas goes 1 the Kildare Kid to beat 2, 5 and 7. We're standing by for correct weight on the previous at Cheltenham. The Nitschke won.
Racing now, and Depraved jumping very fast on the outside with Blue Wiener, and Littlewood Lane had got away all right. Now Our Blitz is going to chance his arm on the flat side coming up there solo. When they settle down to the 800, Dama de Notch had begun very fast and she finds the lead on the outside rail. Appian Way and Suit have come across to keep her company early. Sir Chuckle just in behind them, followed by Taimana Princessa, and next in the field is Blessum. Depraved's got buried away on the outside rail, and then Blue Wiener, and Littlewood Lane has just gone past it now as they come along towards the 500 metres, and over on the other side is Our Blitz racing solo. They come to the 400 metre mark now, and I'd say he's a long way behind them. It's Dama de Notch in front of Appian Way. Suit Taimana coming off 4 wide. Blessum trying to work clear.